Welcome back to Chola, and as you could see, that name Chola did expand. In a previous episode, we expanded our control into the Maldives, which we had quite an experience when it comes to amphibious assault, where we were able to take that territory time before its ally, the Lambakana Kingdom in Sri Lanka, to attempt to besiege Madurai. Which, speaking of Madurai, which reminds me, when the reign of Periyapalai began, he wanted more control so he could have more troops. So he tries to revoke Panya Nadu, and we fought a pretty short civil war in which the Chera Nadu, led by my brother Vikramaditya, um, we fought them and we beat them, but even though my brother was briefly in prison, and I said, look, it ain't your fault. The fault is with him. This is the man I'm talking about. And after I revoked all his titles, because I have claimants to it, and I made him go take the vows, so now he is a sannyasi. So he's a Hindu monk, and he's a member of the Avaita Mata, which I can look at it right now, since I'm not a member of any society, nor do I plan on joining. He's still non-ranking. Where is he? It's not hard to find. It's the man with the long name. Captain of the Tonga. Almost similar name, so it's been there for about 4 years. He's a Chatra, which is the lowest ranking. Then you go up to Pandit, Guru, and Acharya. So yeah, my half brother, he's the heir to the Mandir. So he lives there in Madurai County. So when this old Tamil man dies, then this man will run the temple, Mandir. But it's highly doubtful because, older than the Pujari. But he has a lover's memento and he's a big eater. So I think he may live a few more years. Whatever keeps him healthy. And if he was my rival, I would say things like, I hope you ate till you explode or something. I don't know, whatever that just makes him decrease his health. If he wasn't such a big eater. Now, and we also expanded our sphere of influence into Sri Lanka, where we recently defeated them in a tributary war. And during that war, oh yes, I should mention on the show this, we also killed my nephew by assassination, so I'm not a kinslayer. Nobody knew. Except for 2 people which they felt guilty and they became known murderers, and I can arrest them if I want to, but I'm not going to. They served the Chola Kingdom for that. But this man here, Dapula Lambakana, during that war, battle down here, or Madurai somewhere, I think it was here. I have a pet dog, thanks to my hunting focus, and a few friends that gave me a dog. He hurt my hunting dog, so I didn't kill him on purpose as much as, well, it happened. The duel happened and then he was slain. I got hit by my bastard sword. He's dead now. Died just last year. He was the heir to the kingdom, Where I'm like, don't worry about it. You got plenty of children. And since I'm its suzerain, I thought it was 40% of their income. No, it's 39%. But the relationship will break whenever I die. But I can call them in the wars, which they need a little rest because they don't have that much troop numbers. So that won't help us. And cannot refuse to call in defensive wars. Yeah. So we get a little bit more of their money, as you can see on the tribute income. But the levy expenses hasn't gone down because I just recently disbanded troops. But now a new problem has arisen. Up in the Rashtrakuta kingdom, which Maharaja is my nephew, which he doesn't like me a bit. Mostly because of Hindu religious branch difference, and also he's uncouth and I'm groomed, and we're both ambitious. Can't say that I blame him. But one of his vassals, Thakur Duga Simha Vengapuri, has a few people prisoner, one of which is my half-sister, and also made the wife of Vikram, right here. Used to marry her, but now... Oh, by the way, and she's my cousin too, which I don't know how many times removed. Or how it came to be, or where that cousin came from. Aha! That's fine. I remember the grandmother passed away past episode. Yes, this attractive, groomed Jayan woman, which in time she picked up gregarious and content. I don't know if her socially competent is what made him fall in love with this man. Somehow became a concubine of theirs, even though she's already a mother of 2 children. 2 out of 3 children. Because this one's of a concubine. Which he got those when he expanded that territory over there. That was my brother's work, not mine. So, well, we'll start a war in a couple of months, if not a year, because we need money, and I want Vikram to go back to being a commander. Don't jinx yourself. I want him to return to be a commander, since he was a pretty effective marshal. I mean, we do have enough troops, so just temporarily organize an army to prove yourself while I'll get something for you. Despite your lack of combat skill, I will help you out. Get me a armor smith. I'm not making one for myself. In a year's time, we'll give the armor to brother. Which, by the way, collected some books. Oh. Yes. Oh, that's 2 learning, so therefore you got learning up. Wonder how you got those. If I run out of money, we'll extort subjects again, particularly the clergy. So do not start right now. Oh, since I got a problem with him, I'm going to antagonize him. I would place a bounty on him for what he's done, but patient. We'll save up the money a bit, we'll make the armor, give it to Vikram, and then in 2 years, I'll give him a weapon. It's your war. Remember, if we're going to go up against that guy... Oh, thank you. Directly to one of our commanders who will be joining us in this upcoming conflict. Apparently he not only has Kundaka Devi, remember her name, Kundaka Devi, the most beautiful Indian woman in the world, as a concubine, who's my cousin. Apparently there's another. She's of the Kalinga Ganga dynasty. I don't think she's the Kalinga Ganga from here. That was a different woman. But not too far from Kalinga itself. If only we had an alliance with them. But anyways, Marshal Vikrama has told me about a remarkable armor smith residing in Venadu. That's down there. He suggested I invite the man in my court to see his work for myself. If he manages to impress me, I could order my custom-made item. Fine idea. Fine idea. Once the armor smith's craftsmanship has been checked by most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality is sufficient, I received him to the throne. He introduced himself as Master Pantaram, and gestured towards his numerous assistants, all who carries examples of Does my Maharaja have anything special in mind? I'm in need of protection. Make me a strong, sturdy set of armor. That would be for my brother. Again, I can handle myself. Physically strong, and I have some duel experience. No need for armors and weapons for me. That's something for my brother to do. He needs to get his piece of revenge. A set of armor, I say, my Maharaja, says Master Pandorum, and calls for and insists curling several armors in his arms. I have a couple of examples here. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay, though they'll all serve your highness well. Jiminy Christmas, 500! Well, craft me something effective yet inexpensive, master. I forgot what it's like running a kingdom, and then you get this really expensive armor. Well, you'll get a basic. I mean, that's also for Rajah level. Also, I was previously Chinese after the academy. Having decided to check out Master Panorama Zork, I strolled over to his forge. I did not find him working on a project I commissioned for, but instead working on a different task. Specifically, easy for me to say, my court portal. This old woman? What the heck? Not to mention member of that same society as my half-brother. How old are you, man? 45? She's 56, and you could possibly love. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. I would kill him for that. But I would say, can you please focus on your work? Don't fall in love with that old hag, and don't make me kill you. I'm in a bit of an angry mood here, even though I'm not Raffle yet. Could potentially be, since I'm going to be antagonizing that guy. Way of the dog. The dog is the way. The wounds within. Having returned from the battlefield, I still don't feel at home. My body is here, but my mind is still in Trinity. Oh yeah, that's the battle where I had to kill this guy over a dog. That's where it happened. Sometimes I wonder if I died there and this is all a nightmare. Sometimes I cannot breathe. Enough of these feelings. By Brahma, I'll punch someone. Told you I get anger issues. Oh, and by the way, I have a lover of my own. One of my commanders, even though she lives for the sword, which you cannot have children with, huh? But she has killed someone. Again, member of the Wheel of Life and Death, which I would have joined that society since this guy's Muslim. But I think at some point our descendants would go for that. Maybe the son of Vikram. Honestly, I don't want children and I want him to rule. And do that through him, because nephew here is born attractive. And father, you shouldn't be in service, and yet clearly you are. What other marriage ties? Still a marriage tie with Gujarat? Kashmir. Ah, damn it. I was about to say, you know, just in case if we need allies, but... Okay. Well, I need Gujarat's help. Because, you know, friendly relations between the Chola and the Chalda. They have 3 wars. One's a host coming in, the other's a claim of a county, and this one attacking to subjugate the whole area, if they can. Send my chancellor. Give him my regards. And sometimes I wish I need him for his help for that potential conflict with the Rashtrakuta. You could say, yeah, it may be a sizable, intimidating kingdom, but they got some mercenaries. Not to mention help from Delhi, because he's married to the Maharani at Delhi. I mean, if they have children, then Rashtrakuta will be bigger than ever. Yeah. And still in preparation. If you get married to someone else, I can understand, but since it's been months since she was stolen from us, by us, I mean you, stolen from you. As I said, just stay alive. But are you anyway related to the other Gujaratis? Anyways, so I'll be swaying the Maharaja Gujarat while I antagonize this bastard. Finish the armor. Oh, wow. Your second kill, right? Was there a bounty on his head? Yes. Or you got issues with someone. I mean, yeah, you got friends, but she has a bruised dominant hand, bruised head, and bruised legs. You've been fighting a lot. She's a pretender, so she's close to being champion. Keep it up like that. Don't die, because we need you for this conflict. Remember, he gets his armor, and I will have to appoint someone else to be the marshal so he can be our commander again. And Thakur there, he's not a commander of the Rashtrakuta. Why does it say it twice? So, got a gift for you. This chainmail armor's for you. It ups your personal combat skill a little. And in 2 years' time, at the beginning of 829, I shall craft you a sword. Or a lance, well, depending on. Figuring your cavalryman, I may give you a lance. So, we'll start the war very soon. I'm looking for Father, the pious one. Yeah, he's leading the troops to siege this area. He hasn't killed anyone, but I can't get my father back despite my attempts at swaying at him. And unable to press all of his claims. Thakur Durga Simha is a timid, spineless recluse. If he's unable to be Obadiah's closest friends and family, how can he probably be part of the civilized society? Surely he must be shunned away from it. He's the most disgraceful Thakur. Just as expected, he's furious. The rumors I spread about him have really gone under his skin. After all, how can he deny them in good faith? What you got there? Just a few books? You even try to steal one from me. You fancy yourself a book reader, huh? He's angry with me. Well, since he's busy with the Pala Kingdom, in which he's craven, so he may surrender soon. Okay, when to start the war? If it isn't too late, I will start at the spring of 828. I will continue to antagonize him by then, until we are rivals. Where are you going? Went to the Maldives. Okay. Yeah, now the Pujaris are replacing the Jains, the New Granthas, some of which still live here. Be patient. You haven't married someone else. Glad you have your commitment. Glad you love your wife who's stolen from you. Hmm. The friend and spy master from the Gozijian. That's during his time there. Since you got... Oh, god dang it, I should have picked the money option because he has plenty of these. Plus, formerly Tamil, now Han Chinese. And he's still a student over there. You're never too old to be a student of the academy, huh? Never too old to be the student of the game. Okay. Let's go on a tiger hunt. Pre-war ritual. As a matter of fact, simply for the sake of it, get me a guru as I go out hunting a tiger. The hunting party moves through the jungle, hoping to find a tiger to kill. Suddenly, there is movement in the underbrush, and a large tiger springs out, roaring furiously. It attacks the hunting party, striking at one of the hunters, ripping and tearing flesh before disappearing into the jungle. Oh, that's the Pujari. Which means my half-brother now runs the place. And of course, he still holds a very big grudge against me until the rest of his life. Now he becomes Pujari. Well, you're never going to be Guru. You fat craven of a man. What are the odds that the Pujari who runs the Mandir of Sri Vilipatura, and now it's ran by a half-brother who was formerly the Raja of Pandya Nadu and Tonai Nadu. Yeah, he has his own temple guards, but what else could he do? He can't rebel against me. You're just gonna sit there and do nothing. And if you think about assassinating me, well, got anything coming. Yeah, you may have a learning skill, but you'll never become court chaplain. What are the odds? Another failed hunt. When we first had that failed hunt, let's be superstitious for a moment. We had a pretty lengthy conflict with Maldives, another one. And in this circumstance about this lecher, who's got 2 women as concubines. He hasn't impregnated her yet. And neither is this one, even though she's a little bit aged. But she's still young. Unfortunate. And the Guru is here. Genius, scholar, and patient. Anyway. This is a common tactic I've read on the internet that other players do. They sometimes get the court guru, and then they send them off because of that high value. And plus, I don't want the guru to be around to get rid of my Roth trait, which is a small chance of that happening. So here, have him. And I'm going to have to request a peace deal again, since Father first had a peace deal. Ever since he abdicated, Well, all the grace and all that went away. So now I request a peace deal, just to make sure you don't attack us. Okay, May 1st. That's a lot of money. No need for mercenaries. One thing to note. Let me say. Just remembered. Who wants to be the new marshal? Because I'm making my brother commander again. Even though you're not there, but... Yeah, you're just some there, but... Just wanted to get my brother out of there. Despite what you think of me, I'm putting you back in the front line. But who to replace? I mean, these are all good ones, but my brother's... Who has the lowest? Jaipal, you're the oldest. I'm replacing you with Vikram. Only because we need a cavalryman. We need someone who specializes in that. And I realized that this war chest ambition increased tax on her. And remember, saving the money to craft a weapon for my brother, which will start next year during the duration of this conflict. So. Whoa. This old woman who was a friend of my father's. Again, this is a bit of a tyrannical thing to do, but... Again, there's a... She's wealthy, she could part with some of that gold. Even though I've explained it in detail to Dhamaraja, she still does not understand why I'm plundering her mansion. She has a mansion? No wonder why she gets all that money for living here in Cholamandalam for so long. It would seem evident that giving up some of my wealth to support the realm was the right thing to do, but she's having none of it. What dynasty? She doesn't have one. And I don't want to be rivals with someone who has been a good friend of my father's. Not to mention she's malnourished. So I would just apologize and explain how this would help save the realm. And I would lose a lot of prestige. But it would calm her down and say, "You stole my money!" But I don't care if it damages my reputation. We had to do this. Could have antagonized G. Small. So enough delay. It's time for the Free Captives War. He has an ally, Kingdom of Delhi, which don't have much troops and they're fighting against the Muslims out over the Indus. Don't worry about them. So again, Free Captives. Holds unlanded characters about my captive. But it's your vassal that holds the prison. Not him. I have no issues with the nephew. It's time to free them. If I win this war, these characters will be freed. I'll be able to take hostages mom. Any free... okay, hold on. It's time to free them. If you win this war, these characters will be freed. We'll also be take hostages of our own. Any freed captives will move to my corridor to the court of its rightful spouse. So again, if we win, I get my half-sister back, and I will imprison a random number of their close relative. Your niece. That's my niece, but your sister. I can see that. And also has to pay money to me if I win. But also at some point, I gotta get rid of that man and give Vikram his wife back. He needs to join the court. But if I lose, I have no children. I have nothing to lose. Except for prestige and money. That's what I have to lose, but that is manageable. Damage reputation, going into debt, that's manageable. I'm a man with nothing to lose and have everything to gain. So let's start this war, which is basically going to be a version uh, of a mixture of the Trojan War and the Kurukshetra War, because of, we're, kin fighting kin. He's my nephew. My father's out there too, which I hope I do not confront him in a battle. I do not want to kill him. He's a man of peace who's just got himself mixed up with the wrong crowd. And they have way more troops than... Well, actually, we're even. He can pay those mercenaries, so we'll call Lanka whenever it doesn't go our way. Meet us here in Cholamandalam. News from China. Oh. Intended to enforce the subjugation tributary state of the Zhao Empire, the Protector General Dagun of the Western Protectors declare war on Echke, Luket. Mongol armies are already marched towards the realm of Khagan Sheki, and it's soon possible to the end of Kyrgyz independence. The Khagan of Kyrgyz. Okay. May the gods protect them, even though I could care less. But may the gods protect us on this potentially devastating war. My sister's gone to China. She was from Vestrikut's kingdom. Married to Apollo, but... Oh my goodness. Devoured by this man? This crazy cannibal? I don't know how I got there, but took a prisoner and... and one would think she probably heard the news that brothers declaring war. Yes, sister. It's like your brother's declaring war. And the father's going to be there in months, and she wants none of it. She decides to pack up her things and leave for China. She doesn't want to be part of this. She doesn't want to see this madness that's happening down in the desert. The Grand Madrasa. The great ruler Caliph al-Haddad II has instituted a great madrasa for the education of his realm. All the promising young men of Islam are flocking to this new venture. It must be noted that such a universal institution exists for the will of one person. When they die, will the heirs be able to maintain it? Glory to Caliph al-Haddad II. Here's the address of the Grand Madrasa. He's an Islamic jurist and the headmaster. Okay. They called her in, but it isn't going to contribute much. We'll call Lanka because they're still recovering. We'll call them later. We have no allies, but we had to make one ourselves through force in that previous episode. Truth keeps. Where is it? If we build these castle walls, we'll have access to the war elephants. So I just want you to build up these castle walls and build them fast. Traveling around the realm, I happened upon a grand monastery, the likes of which I've never seen. I noticed a great many people around me told that this is a great center of learning. The head monk suggests to stay here and study for a while, and leave the government to some retainer. Otherwise, he can offer one book with a promise of many more. Well, I can't go to your university. I got a war to fight. And this is clearly an issue, so... Give me one book. Save the money for some mercenaries in case we're on a losing end of things. The book they gave me is the Saiva Puranas. The Saiva Puranas are a collection of Hindu texts dealing with a wide range of topics. They focus on Shiva-centered cosmology and mythology while discussing yoga and guides for pilgrimage. Very well. Plus, I want to know every detail about her in case something happens to her. And I guess the Kalinga woman too. But most especially, they still have my sister prisoner. Not surprised that they haven't made her a concubine. Maybe it's the age. You know, one would think I should switch my focus and try to free ourselves and stop this nonsense, but no. We have to go in there and get my brother's wife back. He can have his woman. You served us well, old Mungo, but it's my brother's time. What mercenaries are they exactly to help? Chinese mercenaries, the Kulin Company, led by Captain Pan. But the question is, where's their army? They're on their way down, and we're going to be on our way up, and we may meet somewhere here. Now let's get to here. Get to the jungle. And plus, another reason why I want my brother back in the flanks. He has the way of the tiger. He can make them move fast. That is the reason why. And has the chainmail armor. We swear an oath to protect the brother. And every man and woman here better be wise to keep their oath, or they'll face the everlasting wrath of Lord Shiva. That old Sinhalese woman has passed. I remember who she was. And speaking of old, what's the resources around here? Oh yeah, still have 2 of these. Should look for resources in the future. Come on. Let's go. And we're going to try to make friends with Gujarat. Which Gujarat scored big. Look at that. This is why we need friends like you. So I'll ask him. Come to court a few days. And Zachariah, since I sent you over there, good job. Now come back here. You're of us. Alright, so the Maharaja's Gujarat is coming. Remember, objective, besiege that area, just because there's a small chance that we may capture the women and children of the realm. Hopefully those concubines of his as well, one of which is my brother's wife, which I hope you haven't remarried. No, you haven't. Good man. But where's their army? The better question is, where's my father? They're over there. I think these days really helped me getting Vanaraja to know and appreciate me better. We passed most of our time in my palace discussing the most desperate topics. My palace was enriched by your visit. You are a great Maharaja. Which you use Gavelkind, which unfortunately, since you have 2 sons, they're going to split once you pass. So, file for a non-aggression pact. Thank you. But can we make an alliance for political concern? Whoa! Crash course! Even numbers. We're already here. Army of Krishna Deva Raya. We're trying to get to over there, but we just crashed into that army right on, and we didn't know who was there. My father is in there. My father's in that army somewhere. My God, I'm fighting against my father's flank. Lowering a female warrior, fighting against a person who is well skilled and just like her, member of the wheel Life and Death. Ronnie, master of tactics. She's a better fighter. My brother, Vikram, is going up against just some commander. Who isn't particularly well skilled. Well, his combat skill may say otherwise. Stay alive, brother. Let this piece of armor save you. Okay. Let me slow it down here. This is probably the battle that is the most crucial. And remember, if we lose, which I don't think it'll be likely because of our skill, call Sri Lanka. We have more heavy, light infantry than here. They have more pikemen. They have more archers. We have more heavy infantry. And cavalry a little even. Who else? The nephew is there. He's a sub-commander of my father's flank. There's another. Marshal of Lata. Again, we have to identify everybody. Know the individuals. There's the Chinese commander of these Chinese mercenaries here, which, again, they're part of that battle too. He's in there. Meanwhile, on their end, there's Nate. That's one behind us. This man who is also a duelist. So the center flank is the duelist side. Two of the best fighters that Tamilakam has to offer. One more. Who's that behind you? Oh yes, it's the Potapai Raj. This veteran that we appointed him to give him this land. He's there too. He took a vow of celibacy for whatever reason. And he's not a member of a warrior lodge. I think he had a PTSD moment like I did. He chose celibacy. Not because of the fact that he's gay. Alright, let's skip this battle story now that we know everybody here. And all I ask is, please don't kill my father. Volley harass. My father's using shield wall tactic and I'm doing shield wall tactic too. It seems we think alike. We're doing a volley tactic and we're in. And same for my half brother. Right choice. But again, the difference maker is we have a better martial skill. All of us. As I said, don't kill my father. Okay. I'm using a charge tactic against him, which was just heavy infantry and heavy cavalry are charging at my father's flank. Now he's using force back. Heavy infantry attack, pikemen. No good on cavalry. Defense or attack. That is the opposite. Hard to say. We're taking little casualties, while we're taking more. My goodness, my father's beating me. I think his pikemen made the difference. My father has beaten me on this flank. So now he's going to support the center. Let's try to like that. Yeah, there is advanced tactic, and now they're doing slow advance. So the center, also retreating. Now they're strong against my father. We pushed them back, barely. Battle of Mellow. Things are going well. I suddenly hear an embarrassed toughen nearby. Spinning my bastard sword ready. I see the enemy commander Maharaja Stemhamad II awkwardly attempted to climb a large rock. I think he's trying to escape the battle, my lord, when the soldier next to me muses. Well, this is my moment of bravery. And it is against my nephew. I will not kill him, even though he is an ambitious man. Waiting for me, man? Let's fight. I was chased down over the plains when Raja, the Raja of Tonanadu. He shoved me aside, walking. I'll take this one, my lord, vigorously swinging his greatsword. Oh my, how chivalrous. He got him, severely injured. But he's alive. He did well. No commanders were killed. They didn't kill my father. But it was quite a battle. And we'll soon be marching, but 42 men are about to stop us, in which we'll take care of that. Hope he didn't get hurt. Nor did he get into any duels. Glad you're still alive. Right, now we besiege this area. And at the same time I will continue to antagonize them to make them pay. Whose child? Ooh. You haven't impregnated either of those two, have you, you bastard? Yes, you did. And we're gonna be right at your doorstep. Oh yeah, still recovering from that one, not from the battle. This will take a while. They don't have much good defenses. I don't think we need Sri Lanka's help, nor Gujarat. What do I call the smith? January. Remember, well, let's just hope we take prisoners. If not, then we're gonna have to kill them. As I said, all think you that we're not. Then just think Shiva, and for you to think the Tirthanankaras that you're still alive, and I did not want to kill you. I thought Durga Simha thoroughly hates me by now, and likely wishes me dead. The feeling, of course, is mutual. We shall be enemies to the end. Now we're rivals. Mess with my brother, and I will mess with you. Since you are the steward over there. I mean, hell, you don't even live there. You're residing over there in Vingi. And you are the commander of that area, but not here. We didn't take any prisoners. Damn it. I know you're in there somewhere. January 9th. That's when we'll call for a smith and craft a weapon for my brother. Tanjavu. Withdrawal. We shall fight again. At the same time, wait one day. Call a weaponsmith. We're withdrawing. Glad you switched to war focus. It's almost like good planning. And the dragon is not to be toyed with, as the Kyrgyz now pays tribute to them. Correct? Yes. Tribute. Tributary state. Glad our defenders are helping him out. We know the Maharaja is there, and so is the Raja. But is my father then? Yes. My father is there. Going up against my nephew. Oh, brother's gone. After the Raja here, who is cancerous, holds no weapon, but he's direct leader. My half-brother. Look, I fought my father. Now it's your turn to fight your father. Our father. Which he's 69 years old. It's not his fault, alright? He got mixed up into this situation. Also, I would like to say, welcome back home, Father. But this is not the way you want for your homecoming. This is not the way we want it. You got yourself into this. My lord, there's a noble warrior at the gate. Well, we are fighting, you know. We are fighting here in the capital county. So it's like there's a noble warrior at the gate. And it's like, tell him I'm busy. Can't you see we're having a war here? He says a veteran of many battles and desires to become a champion of my house. Praises your wisdom and honor and pledges to always defend you and also if you accept in your retinue. Welcome. Who are you? We're in the middle of a war here. Karundanan Satamanganalvit. Strong and brave. If one of our commanders gets killed, I'll put you in. Wait, no. He's a Brahmin. Why didn't you tell us that you're a Brahmin? If you were a Kshatriya, I would probably put you in our flanks, but with that caste, we can't put you there because you're Hindu. If you were a Jain and a Buddhist, we'll put you in. Even if you're a Brahmin. That's how it works. Sorry. You lied to us. Weaponsmith here. Hunchback though. Can make a weapon for my brother before he gets killed. My father can't kill him. He can't kill him. He doesn't have it in him. That's the cavalry. The difference to make a lance is what I desire. For pikemen and mounted troops. Something for my brother to have, since he's a cavalryman himself. We're charging at him. We're doing slower than. I lost, and now it's hurtful. He's not having bad luck with me leading. Lance, I see. Well, since we're losing troops, thus we pay less. Get me the best quality lance you can. Don't kill my father. Our father. %, war score. Yeah, we really took quite a bit of casualties with these losses. Some of which was towards sieging. So just stay here, alright? How you doing? Didn't get hurt? Glad you're still alive and kicking. Did you get anyone? No. How about you? Renowned duelist, and you're in perfect shape. Still keeping yourself fit with net fighter skills. And we had a great time together. Me and my Bedouin friend, who was a heretic over in his... Well, not quite. He's over in... Don't worry. If he's going to retake it, let him. Because I want to have a second chance at... You know, besieging an area. Good news, my Maharaja. The weapon service informed me that precious metals and special tools have been located in a nearby province. If we send an expedition, it could increase the quality of the lands we're crafting. Oh, God. How much? Well. Again, we're not going to go on an advance just yet. And I can't be stealing people's money unless we captured prisoners, which would have been nice, but... Instead, we gotta do this option. The clergy of Nagapantinam surely does not eat all that wealth. Sorry about this. As my men load the wealth of the Derisa of Nagapantinam into several wagons, are approached by a raving group of clergymen, and they're not too happy about seizing their valuable idols, claiming that I will be punished by the Vinyakas if I cannot justify this blasphemy. The Vinyakas be damned. Wealth does more good than my coins. Coffers. I recognize the word. I will lose humble, but small chance of becoming depressed. The church assets have been plundered. Well, sorry. As I said, I want the best weapon possible. Because there's no other like it. Let's do it. Do not advance. Because when you have a budget deficit, the morale of the army is lower. Therefore, we're not going to be as well motivated to fighting. We'll get a little bit of money through local resources and the silk money and a tribute from Sri Lanka. Let them take their holding back so we can go in again and besiege it, and we'll try to take prisoners. And I'll keep on attacking. I was struck with nervous excitement when the master has announced that the lance was nearing its completion. Today I've received the master in my throne room, a sturdy box in his arms. As I open the lid, I find it almost impossible to breathe. What would you name her, my Maharaja? The Impaler, the Trident, or the Pierce? I was thinking, since I'm a Shiva. Doesn't Shiva carry a trident of sorts, or one of the Hindu deities that carries such? Again, glad you haven't remarried yourself. You're a good man. My half-sister is still in there. While that man still has my cousin and a Kalinga girl. Yeah, I'm taking a little pause because I'm going to look something up here. I mean, you won't see it on the screen. I'm seeing myself as I'm holding my iPad here in real life. Such as depictions of Shiva, Lord Shiva. Yeah, something like that. As I look at the picture of the idol Shiva right now. Yeah, he holds something like that. Yeah, trident. My every foe shall fear the trident. Let me see this thing here. A trident. Named a trident, the lance is equipped with a long and heavy metal tip of the finest steel. Yeah, that ups the mountain troops a bit. Again, I will give it to my brother. You should be in a duel with that guy. He's not involved in this war personally, but But him, and possibly her, is the one that's causing all of it. One of theirs is their fault. But look at you now. I'm sure one day when you become the Maharaja, you will, get... You will get a better piece of armor. Whereas I don't have the money to do so again. Let's talk strategy. Do not advance until we're out of depth, and then we'll go take back this area. If they come down here in our borders, we'll fight. Even though we'll be fighting half-heartedly. But if this does, as the modern saying would goes, bite us in the ass, call Sri Lanka. Fulfilling my dharma, or duty, is an extremely important feature in the Mimasa philosophy. From now on, I will do my best to achieve what is required. To lead, one must first serve. I didn't get any, so that means I already got the stressed. Dang it. Take your time. It is well enough that somebody exposed his chastity for what it is. A poor attempt to hide a man's impotence. Yeah, he's seduced focus, but he's chaste. Contradicting yourself. You're the most disgraceful Thakur. Oh, really? He has challenged me to a fight for glory. The only respectable response would be to accept the challenge. I'm a better duelist than you are. Well, Vikram, you had your chance of revenge, since you are rivals with him too. I'll accept this challenge. No, don't look so glum, Durga Simha Vingapur offers. He has me on the ground, again. I'm losing my patience, I begin, but I collapse from the pain. The man has managed to thrust his long sword expertly, piercing through my leg, and a clear scent of blood has me dizzy. I don't feel so good. My dual experience increases, and so does he. That rat bastard. I want to get payback of him, should there ever be a next time. But I'm a renowned duelist. But there's a possibility, with this health combination, and with an adult, I may live. I think I'll live. Again, it's like, yes, you drew blood against me, so that means you are involved in this war too, even if you are not a commander of this realm. Now we can get out of debt. Madurai will have to pay an extra tax. Now it's triple taxation. Alright, starting in January, we march again. Depending on the number of troops they have. Not much. But he has an infection, is my nephew. Alright, it's good enough. Father is 70 years old. And he's still posted there. It's almost like they're waiting for us. Very well. Let's go meet them. We're all in this together. Lover? Brother? Oh, we're clashing them head on. I guess they heard of us that we were coming somehow. But the movement's locked, so we have no choice but to fight in Nellore, which has already been a scene of bloody battles. Is Father not there? Oh, he's there. He's on center. Behind the Raja. On top. Much better result. Take that holding again. We took the Raja. You know the man has cancer, so he can't be staying in prison for long. And we can't ransom him because he doesn't have it. Well, does he have anything in particular that I may want? Like steal another book from him. But what happens if I do? Vassals will be displeased, as they already have, because, you know, some of them view me as tyrants. Particularly the mayors and the pujaris and the new grandas. But brother may view me as a tyrant, but that's just... Sorry, we had no money. We had no other choice. Put you under house arrest, just to show how merciful I could be. At times. And we also captured this man. We can recruit him. Yes, let's use him, so they won't use him again. Make it look like he's defected. How much money do you make? Till you reach 145, pay the ransom and we'll release you. Alright. You'll definitely be one of the replacements should any of our commanders fall. Still didn't take any prisoners. Well, I guess that means we're gonna have to kill this man in order to free them. Again, I want him dead before I invite those two to court. Guess that old man finally kicked the bucket. You craven as well. Guess that's all they have. Father's diligent. The horrific wound from my mammy is now stinging and oozing pus. The pain is debilitating. The quarters are holding me like death itself. That's not good. Severely injured has been replaced with infection. Even if I die, the war will continue. Return. It's like, yeah, the war is technically for it's to free my half-sister, but I want to kill that guy and get her back too. This one's gonna go up hills. They may have the advantage up in the hills, but we have the advantage of manpower. My father is there too. And as I say, please, none of you don't kill him. And I'm looking at him. As his troops are shooting volleys at me. Volley of arrows. Yeah, the nephew isn't there. Campaign has been easy pickings. Swinging my great sword over the hills is a pleasure. And my fellow soldiers equally jovial by the blood of our Kannada enemies and the cries of the battle. Look, enemy commander Pujari is hiding. Someone suddenly shouts, point out to the distance. This is what they resort to? Pujaris as commanders now? he's a brave, but dull. Plus, member of the monastic society. He has no business in there, just like my father has no business being the front line, being the J&R chap. Get me in a fight. That bastard sword feels like an extension of my arm, and meeting his eyes were full of apprehension. I moved gracefully in a whirlwind of blows. They were down. Once it is done as I roar in victory. 52 years old. Dull. Hairless. I will show no mercy. Took out that abortion of a human being. Because he's hairless. As I said, please, none of you don't kill my father. And don't wound him either. He's done nothing wrong. I never thought he would be living up to 70 for this. Yeah, we killed a commander of the battle. But nothing happened to him. But you could say it's a little surprising that Guatemala is still having an infection. I dare them to retake their holdings. Let's just have one last chance. If we can't get them, then we'll defeat them in battle. That's the type of warfare, like I didn't want to go all the way. I'm traveling by carriage in the countryside of Otapie when it comes to a sudden halt. The road's been blocked by a fallen tree, and the coachman has explained I have to make a slight detour on an isolated smaller path. Very well. This better not delay us. After less than half a league on a small path, I am ambushed and surrounded by highwaymen. They send my driver on his way, and their interest lies with me alone. I offer the belongings I carry them, but they merely laugh at this, and it is blood that they want. I see. Disguised mercenaries for the Pujari. I've been assassinated, but we know who the culprit is. What are the odds? Known murderer you are. Well, brother, now it's your turn to take up arms, which you already have. Correct phrasing. Now it's your turn to take revenge against the Pujari and the man that stole your wife, and free the sister, and free our half-sister. Maharaja Periyapalai ascended to heaven at age 38. He was murdered on the orders of Srivata Sonhat. That's who it is. Not the Pujari, but he was a culprit. For his wicked deeds, many screamed not to bury Periyapalai with the other rulers of the lands. Instead, to toss him in the unmarked grave without the proper services. May Periyapalai finally pay for his sins in the afterlife. Damn, was he really that hated? Well, he extorted things. And now, Maharaja Vikramaditya, a formidable duelist. We expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Long live Maharaja Vikramaditya. When I see those words, long live, I just think of that in Hindi, which is Vikramaditya Jai. But what is it in Tamil language? What is long live Maharaja or long live Tamil in the Tamil language? That I wanted to know from you Tamil viewers, or anyone that knows the knowledge of that language. She died a natural death. So apparently, my brother, was assassinated, and then at the same time, she died of a natural death, awfully young, which one would think she probably just heard of the news and she just had a heart attack. It's like she just doesn't want to live anymore, and she wants to be with him. It's not like she committed sati or something. Alright. Who killed? Who is he? Oh, her! This Bengali woman. folks from all the way up in Jharkhand. She was the mastermind of all of this. Well, we can arrest the Pujari, one of the conspirators. But we'll do it later. Watch your back. You may never know you'll be target of assassination too. Man, he's widely hated. Oh, wait a minute. It's the half-brother. Yeah, he's really hated him. Anyways, you'll still be Chancellor. I mean, in a year's time. In a year's time, you'll get over it, and we'll look each other highly, and I'll do something about Chera Nadu. Or give it to my son. Mother's still around. Just like my father. How old are you, son? 6 years old. And attractive. And chose duty. Got an idea. I have to join his side. Brother did not, but I will. One of the reasons. Name a squire. Gonna make my son a squire. So that way he can increase his martial skills as time passes. I want to make a friend. But you will antagonize you. Pick a fight with me. You wounded my brother, and it took an assassination from another woman to finish him off. Now, name your replacement. They're gone. Well, we may have to look for more volunteers. Anyone in the culture group? Any able-bodied man? Well, he's a tiger just like me. Okay. Hey, I recognize that house. That's the same house that my wife is. Who else? Again, I just need at least 2 good ones. What? Most importantly, are they Kshatriya? Keep that in mind when you're inviting Hindus to the realm. Is there another warrior woman out there? Because, again, to make this work, it has to be someone who's not married and has lived by the sword. Master of tactics. House. No, there was no one else like her. No one that has lived by the sword trait. Oh well. Make do with what you have. I searched kinda incorrectly. I was looking at my culture group, not religion group. For men who were willing to join the court, so I found a few more that we could take. No need for organizer, I am one, in a way. Inexperienced, because no leadership trait. Skill-wise, in combat. Give me the Bengali. Bring your wife and kids if you want, if you wish to. Or you could bring this man. Kshatriya. Remember that. Keep that well in mind. And since my brother has been assassinated, apparently by this woman, which I have no idea what was the motivation behind that. She's a polymath. What if they were rivals back in the Chinese Academy days? I mean, she didn't graduate, but she's a polymath. I mean, heck, my brother was a graduate. She's rivals with him. Yeah. Father. She hates father too. But I think it's because he found out about the assassination. That's why. Yeah, he found out. Those two rivals are those two who are behind the assassination of Periapalai. Can't really get back at her. Even though she does view me a little attractive and we have a few things in common. I have an idea. This is a way we can arrest those people who are part of the conspiracy. I'm not going to give any money because money's for wartime and I'm going to plan on spending that money to get better armor. Let's just say that I'm just going to pretend to say, hey, thank you for killing my brother so I could become the Maharaja. But in actuality, it's revenge. You will be free soon, my sister. You didn't deserve this. The treasury currently houses a valuable item I inherited from the Maharaja. It might need someone to look at it though, after it though. Bronze sculpture. Again, I need money. So we can't afford to maintain all the old junk thrown our way. Yeah, get rid of that bronze sculpture. There's better Chinese artifacts out there. And speaking of that, guard my stuff, and I will make you designated regent. So that way you can look at me highly, unlike some of the others. I'm looking at you, and you. Now, I have to roll about 10 years if I were to change up the primogeniture, in case if I were to have more children. And this is why I invited you people here for. To be the replacements. Since some of the old commanders of Periapalai have gone away now. Including the great warrior who died. Are you in any way related to my wife? By the way, is that the correct house? Yes. Guess they're just kin. I should look over him. Because after all, he's my son. And soon I will put that man's head on a spike. Or, in this case, on this trident. He will get what he deserves. Yes, I may be one-eyed, but I need to get rid of my kindness. But I will use this kindness to my advantage to try to bring this woman who's the mastermind of my brother's assassination. Thank you. I remember. I didn't just replace one. All the others have to go too. Including one who is quick. I wish we found somebody that has a siege leader. there is one, even if he has low martial skill, I would like to have him as my service or something similar. If they're available. And no, I could not find any women with live by the sword where they could be commanders too. No. Pretty much it. Just head up. I'm good at flanking, so I was always a flanker. You will lead the center as you are aggressive leader. That is a long name. You should see that. I mean, that's the last name, and this whole thing, that's the first name, I guess. Kanata parents, right? Yes. Let's finish this war. I guess that's what he was doing during his reign. Shepherd community. That's where? Let's say, what county is that? Kalika-Kotai. Unless it's one of the neighboring ones. Ah. Well, I could ask the Great Trade League for assistance. Since I'm an outsider, the Great Trade League will take a cut of the profits for a decade. Okay. Half the price is fine. Till I figure out what county? My father there. No. He's transferred to a different front. Ghana. Does he have another war, or is he just put him out of harm's way, which I would thank my nephew for that. My father doesn't need to be in this sort of mess. Just besiege the whole area, devastate the countryside, lead my men to battle, which I already did and came in too late. Remember, when this war ends, Shim comes back, but not my wife. I can't get her back because it's not be a concubine or consort. So I have to kill him by one way or another. Then, yeah, sure. And then she'll return to me, but I think I feel that, I mean, look, she's not the only one. The Kalinga girl's there too, and it doesn't look like you're close to her, but it's kin. Humiliated close kin. Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. I can join your war. I was about to say, we have an agreement between us? I have a daughter. If we want to have friendly relations with one another. Yes. Alliance of the Kalinga, which is just we need that for, I don't know, attack them from behind the next time we fight the Rashtrakuta for whatever reason. His resonance too. We have an agreement with the Kalingas, but I'm not going to help out their war. Because how long has this been going? 2 years and 11 months. At least it's not as long as the Trojan War, which was 10 years. It's just a devastating conflict. Yeah, we're, at the gunsight. It says, Durga Simha, come out here and fight me. Fight me like a man. Even though you do respect my prestige in state diplomacy, but come out of here. And oh, you went from seduction to family. That's his daughter. Yeah. Child doesn't belong to you. Court physician with a gout, and he's a mystic. No. Again, money is needed. Not to mention we lost our tribute from Sri Lanka. 91% war score. Come out of there, Durga Simha, and fight me, and meet your end. At least he doesn't have any weapons. Oh yeah, we're gonna assassinate that guy who, was part of that murder conspiracy against, my nephew. It's like, do what you will. So he's gonna do is, pit of manure, so prepared under the floorboards of abandoned inn, where you'll soon be dining. A single spark will send our little, problem kingdom come. Classic. Oh, and speaking of, clearing up against conspirators, there's the mastermind of my brother's assassination. I really hope Suvrata is doing well. I wonder if there could be something else I could do for her to help in her endeavors. I'll simply ask her. And soon he'll be dealt with. We can't assassinate him. He's too well liked in his own country, in his own realm. She was unmoved by my concern. She claimed we did not know each other well enough to reveal details about her personal life to me. Oh, keeping secrets, eh? Even though you are mostly virtuous, and you've got a good head on your shoulders, as in her mind. You'll come around. That's my brother's mother. She died of syphilis. Yeah, she was one they had a divorce so that my father can go become an ascetic. And a commander, which again, he has no place in this. He done nothing wrong, even though he's getting well paid. 99% war score. But he will not surrender. And you say the war's indecisive? Look, you're gonna be morally bankrupt once I defeated you. So we will stay here until you bring your army out here. We'll fight one last battle. And Durga Simha, come out of there! Every rival of mine is gonna get their comeuppance. And also I'm rivals with this man for some reason. Tamil Buddhist. Check your plots. Watch your back. Nothing against me. Oh, you've been here for a year. You can leave now. Pay your ransom. And I bid you the best wishes. They haven't made him commander yet. Man's from Goa. As a member of the Wheel of Life and Death Quest military training. The alliance between Parantaka and Philippines. Oh, he died of cancer. It's not the guy that raised someone else. It's the Queen Mother and half-sister. Would you like to come back home? No reason to move. I disrespected the dynasty? What has he been doing before he came to power? And, where's your army? Constant work of my tutors given no fruit in my court. He adopts the ability to accomplish anything. Oh, it's for him, not me. Sorry about that. Okay, call for an armor smith. I need a better piece of armor than what my brother gave me. Go up to Kalyani. We're gonna have to fight them there on their terms. Apparently. Even though it's nothing but open plain. There he is. Chase him down. His philosophy continues to spread. Durga Simha is a twitching, paranoid fool. He is unable to trust even his closest friends and family. How can he probably be part of a civilized society? Come fight me! Oh, well, look. He got lucky the first time against my brother, but... Look, I'm well armored and well armed. So, your head is going on this trot. That's what I imagine right now. Plus, I may not be brave, but I will be in a second. Challenge accepted. I swing my weapon wildly when suddenly Thakur Durga Simha shrieks in pain. Dropping my trident and I'm stuck staring at the mess I have made. It seems I've managed to injure him. Cut off his hand. But I've been waiting for this, you filthy snake. I get more I get him on stage, but he dies. It's time for you to come home. But was it all worth it? I mean, I'll kill him. Well, now it's Durga Simha. I guess you could say Durga Simha second. There's 11. Is she still in the court? Yes. I get the Kalinga girl too, if she wishes to move. You ain't? Don't worry. You can stay there if you like. Just, we gotta finish up loose ends here. We got a war to win. Back to Nolor. That place. Father. I noticed he has lowered his combat skill. And yeah, he's one-handed an old man and that. It's just, haven't seen it this low in a while. Anyways. So I was fighting against my father's strength for a bit. We have it won. Okay, let's just occupy this piece of territory here because it's just noted for a lot of its deadliest battles. Vikram Aditya, I heard you were going to lead an army person. I didn't think you had the guts. I'm a bit scared to see that you have survived and are getting stronger. May we not meet in the duel. The strong never rest. Here's the armor smith. I got a lot of money in this pocket. I'm in need of a protection. Now that I killed my rival. One who stole my wife, but she has a child that belongs to him. Just increased combat skill. Craft me the best quality set of armor you can. You know, she's a Jayan. You think, uh, you know, it was her lover too. She loved him. It's, it's like, yes, I hated him, but she loved him more than she loved me. Starting to question myself. Okay, war score's at 100%. One last battle. And look who's leading the army. It's the guy we had to let him go from prison after he had to pay his ransom. One last battle. Let the hostilities end after this battle. Oh, not a... Just checking. No bounty. Blast. Well, got the best weapon, but do you want the best armor that's better than this? I gotta give it away to somebody. We'll be fighting, you know, less morale, but they have less troops. We'll be fine. If we capture a prisoner, we'll be lucky to ransom him. Who's gone? I don't know who left, but nonetheless, the Jayan will take the front. You have a good mind. Skilled tactician. One last fight. One last battle. And my father is dead too. Please do not harm him. This is the last battle he's ever going to fight against me. This is just the close of the chapter of this deadly, deadly war. Father! Father, I'm sorry for what happened in all of this, but I did say this is going to be my last battle. You are 72 years old. But at least I can recruit you. In other words, welcome back home, Father. I'm sorry for all that's happened. Even though you said you wanted to leave and be with your nephew, I can understand that, but look where it got to us. Look what happened. Yes, my sister will be free, as the terms of surrender comply. And it will have to... This will get us out of bankruptcy. He will pay 588 gold for this. My sister will be free, and I will imprison a random close relative of the target. The princess? Or Rajkumari? Anyways, how long was this war? 4 years and 2 months. 4 years and 2 months of deadly war, which was just devastating for our kin, including, you know, our relations between us and them. It all started because of that realm of Vingapura, in which Durga Simha fell in love with my wife, which she loved him. She loved him more than I. But, I just want one more look at the casualties at hand. Put it here. Yes, we won all the victories, but these casualties. But welcome home, Father. Never thought I would see you again. But you're back home, and I'm sure the Tamil Jayan community is relieved to see you. You are truly the man of peace. You never took part of battle. You never broke the vow of non-violence, and I respect that. So let's enforce the demands and sign the surrender. Welcome home, sister. I brought my father back. Who's your nephew? Oh, Gujarati Jayan. About a host who's still at war with Gujarat. That's a totally different issue, which I won't get into. Who did I imprison? That's my niece. Yeah, just as I suspected. She's young. But she's a little possessed, cynical. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious about my niece here. I was thinking maybe I should, order her to take the vows, just to say, go on, get out of here. Hope you get better in your monastic society duties, since you are Vishnavist, since she goes on to become a sannyasini. Thank Shiva, the war's ending. Oh, I'm not identified by religious branch, but... Father, I'm very sorry that all this had to happen. And I'm sure some would think that... You think he might have regret letting us become Hindus? And we should have been Jains all along. Well, meanwhile, I really hope that she's doing well. So I'll simply ask, how's she doing? We'll close the chapter because next episode, we'll get her back. Oh, this is wonderful. She's coming to court. Perfect. So, we'll close the episode on that note. My god, this is probably a classic episode in itself. Our own Trojan War, Mahabharat-like war that we've had. And thank God it's all over. Thank the gods it's over. We'll see the aftermath. More of the aftermath on the next episode. And for the future of the Chola Kingdom. So we hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.